I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a fool fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. Now my phone be blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she in next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might become an addict. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it, now I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, and you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a five-star, baby. Packing out to see this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a fool fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely, yeah. Socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. About my chicken and its rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we got one more, baby. We got one more for 2024. What is going on, Mafia? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here and spending your precious time here with the Candle Mafia and your boy, Frankie Candles, to do some beautiful TA on this crazy thing they call Bitcoin, which is pumping and dumping lately, guys. We are having some volatility in the market. We got that push to the upside only to get eaten up with another dump to the downside. I am long and short right now. I want to show you guys exactly how I'm handling these markets. If you saw the market update earlier today, you will have an idea of the levels we're going to take a look at today. But it is going to be a short stream, guys. I believe it is New Year's. We got some stuff to do tonight, but I didn't want to cancel the live stream tonight. I wanted to show up here for you guys and do one more for 2024. So shout out to the Candle Mafia. We'll see what we got here on Bitcoin. I'm going to give you guys my overall thoughts. And then, yeah, we'll hop out. We may not do the altcoins. We may do a few altcoins. We'll see what happens. And I think you all know there's a very high likelihood that we just wind up doing a whole dang 2-hour stream. But shout out to everybody in here. Smash that like button. If you shout out to Hollywood25 said short stream equals 2 hours. I'm going to do it one day, guys. You know, that's my goal in 2025 is to just stick to my word on these short streams. But, you know, once we start talking, once I start getting going, it's very, very hard to stop. But, yeah, let's see. AVAX, let's see. Yeah, we'll try to take a look at some of the altcoins as well. Short stream. Shout out to Jessica. What is going on, Jessica? Welcome in. Good to see you here. And, yeah, thank you, guys. Smash the like button if you have not already. If we hit 1,000 likes, I assume we'll probably have a slow-ish stream as it's New Year's Eve. But yeah, if we hit 1,000 likes, guys, we will be giving away some Solana on Friday's live stream. We didn't hit the like goal yesterday, so we got to hit it today so we can rack up all that free Solana that we can give away on Friday. Let's see. Shout out to Anonymous in the chat. What is going on, bro? We got K Diggity shouting out Phoebe. I don't know if he actually shouted out Phoebe, but he usually does. So shout out to K Diggity. Phoebe says hi. If you don't know who Phoebe is, it's my imaginary pet goat, which will be real one day. Let's see. We got DMB Smurf in the chat. Hollywood25, what is going on? Darren does things as always. We got Captain Kirk, Tyler Durden. Let's see. Show the mod some love in the chat, guys. We got Dixon Applejuice in the chat, guys. I think you know why I can't say his full name, but shout out to Dixon. Welcome in, bro. Good to see you in here. Let's see. We got Moneybags. Let's see. Shout out to Moneybags. Welcome in, bro. Local 11. What is up? Beft up. What is going on? Says 2024. You in the past. It's 2025 here in Australia, and we already in a bear market. Yo, shout out to Beft Up. Oh God, we're behind here in America, guys. And it looks like Beft Up already predicted the bear market. Hopefully, Beft Up. Hopefully, you're having a fever dream, and hopefully, you're not in a bear market because that means we're following right behind you. But I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the bear market being here. I know everybody's scared of that weekly bearish divergence, but without further ado, guys, smash that like button. Michael S., shout out to you, bro. We got Mitts in the chat. We got Skywalker. Jesse, what is going on? Jesse, welcome in. He's our like police, so if he asks you to like the button, if he asks you to click the like button, kindly smash that like button. Otherwise, you're going to go into, like, jail. Let's see. Shout out to C7. Says, hi, Frankie. I love your streams. Many thanks. Shout out to C7. I appreciate you for appreciating me. And speaking of my streams, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it, guys. I'm leaving that 2025 as 2024 as well, guys. I don't know what that was. Do not put those blue L's in the chat, guys. Please do not put those blue L's in the chat. I don't know what that was. It was, anyway. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Says, alt list for tonight. Ticker sign short stream. Bull snot. Shout out to Tyler Durden. I don't know if I know about those coins. Shout out to Tyler. We'll have to find some charts for those. But shout out to Tyler. You're probably right, bro. You're probably right. We'll see what happens. We'll see how many people we can get in here. I assume it's going to be pretty slow. Shout out to Death Beach. Said, yo, what's up, everyone? Shout out to the mods. Let's go. Shout out to Death Beach. Multi-sig dummy in the chat. But guys, we got everybody up in here. Let's see. Shout out to C7 said, Frankie, are you doing a New Year discount on the premium Discord? Should we? I don't know. At Tony D. C7 wants to know if we're doing a discount on the Discord. I don't know if we're gonna, but maybe we should. Shout out to C7. We should call it the C7 New Year's discount at Tony D. Maybe we should do a discount for the Discord. Just because C7. Look at that. What other channel could you come on, request a discount, and then you might just get it? I don't know. But that is depending on if Tony D gets in here or hears me. But let's see. I think he is in here. All right. Let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Now, obviously, guys, to be honest, Bitcoin's kind of just going sideways. To be quite honest with you guys, this is starting to get kind of brutal, to be honest, because it's, there's not too much, right? We got the drop from $108,000. We got the big pull to the downside. Even, during the holiday week, we kind of just had some sideways bing bong action. We are essentially going sideways here. I know it doesn't feel like it. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, Frankie, big rip. Oh my God, Frankie, big dip, right? But for the most part, guys, we are just wiggling sideways here. Bing bonging up and down to the right here. And really just, I hope we do not have to endure this for much longer. This is kind of reminding me of the start of our 7-month consolidation down here. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case. I pray that that's not the case, because if we wiggle around for 7 months straight once again, I mean, that is going to be absolutely brutal. But for the most part here, guys, if you saw the market update, if you even watched last night's live stream, there is not a whole lot to update here. We simply got a little push to the upside, and now we're getting another little push to the downside. But other than that, excuse me, we're really just going sideways here. But I'll kind of break down the key levels that I'm looking at and kind of what I'm expecting here. Maybe we'll take a look at the longer term, take a look at some of the higher time frames, and talk about what we could potentially anticipate for Bitcoin in 2025. Shout out to Tony D said, holiday sale is still live. It expires at midnight. So if you go to frankiecandlestrading.com, you will see, I'm actually not even 100% sure exactly what that, there we go, right? So we do actually still, I did not realize that. We do still have the holiday sale going on. So shout out to C7. You predicted a sale that I didn't even know what was going on. So if you guys want to get into the Discord, you can check it out here, where you can save up to 75% off the premium plans. And then if you scroll down, you guys can see all of our other deals that we have here. Blowfin, Femex, Mexi. We also have Market Cypher, Lux Alga, all that good stuff. Come here to check out all the deals, guys. But continuing on here, actually, let me hide this. I'm going to start here on the higher time frames. And before we even bring up the key levels, I want to bring up Market Cypher B, and we're going to start here on the weekly, do a full update here as we are potentially going to confirm this nasty monthly candle here, which is either going to be somewhat of a doji candle or potentially even a shooting star candle or a bearish hammer, which could be somewhat bearish, right? Obviously, bearish hammers are going to wind up giving you a little bit more of a bearish outcome, but when you have these upper big wicks on the top of the candle, guys, the buyers come in, try to push price up, and then they get eaten all the way back up by the sellers, pushing price all the way back down, giving you this kind of bearish hammer candle. God, what is it? Opposite day. Giving you this bearish candle, which is oftentimes a reversal signal, right? We talk about this many, many times. I try to find some on the chart that have played out in the past. Not really too many good examples here on the monthly, but if you come on over here to the weekly, just like a simple example of like a bearish hammer candle, right? You have a big wick on the top, small body at the bottom, right? And then you wind up just getting a continuation to the downside. This pops up on every single time frame. And again, I'm not making any real decisions based off that, but that would be somewhat bearish to see that candle close like that. But we'll see what happens, right? We still have an hour and 3 minutes. We still have an hour and 3 minutes to get this candle to confirm. And, depending on what happens, we'll see how that closes, right? But it could be a potential bearish hammer candle. But really the thing I wanted to cover here today with you guys is that bearish signal that, I've been getting a lot of questions about this, which kind of makes me proud, right? Because the CandleMafia, I love when we look at stuff and the CandleMafia will hit me up and be like, hey, Frankie, we have a weekly bearish divergence on the weekly. How scary is this? And I know a lot of you guys, learn a lot of this stuff from me. So I'd love to see the CandleMafia looking for stuff that I know that they probably learned here on the channel. It shows that you guys are vigilant there on the charts. But obviously, guys, we do have a higher high on price action here with our lower highs on our momentum waves. And the simple answer for, am I worried about this? It's all contextual, right? Like, not every weekly bearish divergence is going to be created equal. We compared this yesterday on the live stream to the bearish divergence we had here at the top of 2021, right? We have the higher highs on our price action, lower highs on our momentum waves. This one was much more aggressive, meaning the angle on these momentum waves was much sharper, right? We have money flow coming to the downside. But really what it is a timing thing, right? From a cyclical perspective here on Bitcoin, guys, it is not oftentimes where we see a top of the bull market come in the year of the halving, right? Like typically the next year we have massive all-time highs to make, right? You can see here 2020. We get into 2021, and then, we still have much higher to go. And I guess maybe not much higher, but, you still have at least a little bit to go here, right? But it is not common that you see the tops come in on the year of the halving. So, from a timing perspective here, even if I pull up the cycle chart, maybe I'll pull up the cycle chart in just a minute, but, from a cycle perspective, like, this is not, I am handling this I'm taking this with a little bit more of a grain of salt. Now, could this be a signal that we could get a continuation down? Absolutely. But, is this something I would look at and be like, oh my God, guys, this is the top of the bull market. We're going back down to zero. We're going into the bear market, wrap it up, everything's over. That is not how I'm handling this. Back here, it was a much different scenario. We were, from a timing perspective, as well as a chart perspective, getting that weekly bearish divergence, money flow coming out. We had a lot of reasons to be looking for a potential top to come in here, and then you get the late people who are like, oh my God, 30K is the bottom, 100K is incoming, like every influencer was saying last cycle. But all we could see here, or I didn't have my channel at this point, but all I could see here is massive weekly bearish divergence, monthly money flow coming to the downside. We're also right on track with the cycle being having a top coming in here. We also had this second top that came in. We had a massive peak in interest on that first top, and then when we came up for this little liquidity grab, which I talked about in the market update earlier, to come sweep the liquidity above and then send price back down, the peak in excitement was nowhere near where it was here, right? So this was more likely the actual top of the bull market, in my opinion. This is what I consider the top, and then we just came up here and put a numerical all-time high in, sweeping that liquidity before bringing price back down. But what is everyone else thinking? Everyone's thinking it's going up forever. We're going to 100K. I don't know what they were basing it off of. I think it was just kind of like they were hoping for it. But what happens? You go into the bear market, right? But from a cycle perspective, that was a big warning sign, right, at that point, right? Now, if we come to the current price action, this is not really what we're seeing. We have a weekly bearish divergence. It could give us a bigger pullback. And to be quite honest, I would say I'm somewhat short-term bearish, right? As you guys know, we have some lower targets to the downside here coming in at about $82,000, right? The next kind of major, actually, let me pull it up here on our, where's our main range, right? So here on this golden pocket between about 680 all the way down to about where we have this daily naked point of control. Let me pull that up as well, right? Daily naked point of control at about $80,000, right? Like, this is, in my opinion, in the cards, right? If we did wind up coming down here and we lose this key zone of support, which is sitting between about 92.2 and 89.8, I would probably extend that down just a little bit. But, once we start losing this major range, guys, like, this is pretty simple. We have our sideways range, right? We deviate above, we get back into the range, go back down to the POC, back down to low. We're just bing-bonging sideways here. If we wind up losing this range, the next big zone of support, right? We do have some support down here. Again, what is it, 89,950-ish. Let me get the exact numerical number for you because we do have a daily horizontal sitting down there as well. So yeah, all the way down to this daily at about, 89.8, maybe even just a little bit lower. If we come down here and we deviate below that volume profile, this is really where I would be looking for longs once again. Within this zone here where we have the value area low /786 Fibonacci retracement. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is there in all of its glory. And then we have the daily horizontal sitting at about 90,000. $89,909, right? So those are the technical levels. If we continue down, I will simply just be looking for price to come into this level. Even if we deviate below, we have another daily here at about 87,385. Maybe we come down, play around. If we get some bullish confirmations there, I will be looking at that as an overall range, right? Looking for longs on the deviation to the low, looking to get back into the range to go back to the POC and back up to the value area high. Now, if we lose that daily, I will say, right, we could get the bigger drop down to our next key level between 82 and 80,000, right? Top of the golden pocket sitting at about 82,777. Daily naked point of control at 81.8. And then you have your daily naked point of control at about $80,000. So this is your next big zone of support sitting right down here. And I do think this is potentially in the cards here, guys. And I know this is just really repetitive from what we've been looking at, right? Because, again, price has just been going sideways. Unless we zoom on into these, like, micro time frames, which we will go into, there's not much excitement here, right? Like, big rip up, big rip down. But, in the grand scheme of things, right, this is what people are excited about, right? It's like beep, beep, right? Not really much. So in the long term, those are the key levels, right? Remain the same as 2 weeks ago we were looking at these levels, right? Break down below these this range. I'm looking down to $82,000 to $80,000. Once we lose that, I am going to be looking down towards about 76,447 down to about 73,737, where we have our 786 as well as a weekly naked point of control as well as a believe we have another level down here. I'm not going to go ahead and pull it just yet, just because I don't want to spend the time to look for it. But this whole zone down here, 786, weekly naked point of control, even if I just make this a smaller level, weekly naked, daily naked, and that 786 is really our last level, right? I have no problem if we lose this level and we get a big drop down to $82,000 to $80,000. This could be big support. If we get down to that 786, if we can't hold that golden pocket, the next place to look for price to go is going to be that 786 on those next daily naked points of controls. If we come down here, that's the line in the sand. You guys know this. We've been covering this every single day. That's really where I start to, I'm not worried just yet, but this is where I really start to say, hey, if we lose this level, this is where I'm potentially anticipating much bigger downside for Bitcoin. But at this point, right, then, not that this can't happen, but the whole 4-year cycle is kind of, getting turned on its head, right? That means the top came in on in a halving year, right? And if we came down to this golden pocket, that is a 25 to 26% dump. This is 100% in the cards for a bull market. I know not a lot of people want to hear that, but we show this every day, right? We go back to 2021. We look at the dumps that we have in the bull market. They could be upwards to 30 to 35%. Even last cycle we had that 56% dump, which is, in my opinion, somewhat of a quirk of this cycle. It was kind of like a double top situation. So I don't really count the 56% dump, but on the way up, guys, like we have corrections, right? It's not just straight up to the right, unless you're just looking at like yearly candles, right? So this dump down to the golden pocket daily naked points of controls is 100% in the cards. I'm sorry, but it is, right? And this would not scare me. I would be happy to see this come down. And if you are feeling scared out there, if you are like, oh my God, Frankie, I don't want that to happen. That's so scary. Just understand, guys. Zoom out. I did this in the market update earlier. Zoom out. We are in a massive uptrend, right? Like nothing on the chart here is saying that the bull market is over, right? There's nothing from the candlestick perspective that is saying, oh my God, we lost key support. We're going to zero, right? There is nothing there, right? So anyone, telling you, oh my God, we're breaking major market structure, we're going down, this is the bear market, they're just trying to create fear. This is a massive uptrend. I talked about this in the market update. A lot of people within this 7-month consolidation started feeling very similarly. Now, why did they feel like that, right? We're in a very similar situation where we just saw, back here in February, we saw massive rips to the upside. Everybody's like, oh my God, the bull market's on. And then what happened? We had 7 months of not only sideways action, but essentially 7 months of just a downtrend, right? And this was absolutely brutal. And funny enough, guys, this was the last time that I had a lot of people asking me, Frankie, is this the bear market? And that's kind of how we knew that new retail was starting to come into the market, right? Because, if you've been in crypto, right, and you've been in since the bear market, right, this is not a bear market, right? But this is very brutal for people who just get into the market, right? They see the big rips up, Bitcoin's on the news, oh my God, the ETFs, they buy in here, and then they have to endure absolute brutality with these huge dumps to the downside, scare them out of the market. This is what gets the new people out. And then what happens? We wind up getting massive rips to new all-time highs. And I'm feeling very, very similar about this consolidation range. Now, listen, if this gets super bearish, I'm going to be the first person to tell you, like, guys, this is not good, right? Even if you pull up the bull market support band, if the TA is too much for you, if you are like, oh, my God, these levels are too much to remember, too much to write down, whatever, look at the bull market support band. This bull market support band does come in at about $80,700. This is very coincidentally right on our next support zone, right, between the golden pocket and the 786. This is a huge level of support, which means that even if we do come down here, guys, we could just test the bull market support band once again before getting another massive rip to the upside, right? If we come to 2021, it's not very often that we come down and retest this level, but, all the way back here, right, you get a rip, retest the bull market support band, retest the bull market support band, big move up, and we don't really touch it for a while. Then we come down, we lose it slightly, we hop back on top of it. Again, this is a little bit of a quirky situation here because we had that double top situation come up. But once we wind up losing that, bearishly retesting, this is not a good sign, right? You bearish retest, and we wind up losing it, and you go really into the full bear market, right? And then what happens? We break above it, we retest it as support, and then we're essentially off to the races. We play around with it here a little bit, but, up until today, even here, we played around with it again. We're back above it. So, I don't know, if anyone's out there freaking out, I don't really know. I don't really watch crypto content. I don't want it to sway what I think at all. But, if anybody's like, I don't know, people seem really scared. I don't know where they're, again, short term, this would be very, very, horrible to endure for new people, right? Like, this would not bother me. But if you're buying up here, right, you think, oh my God, Bitcoin's at 100K. Like, a lot of people have been waiting for that 100K. A lot of people have been sitting out of the market. A lot of people left in the bear market. They see Bitcoin's back at 100K. They buy back in. Then this is brutal to endure. Imagine if they have to endure something like this. They're like, oh my gosh, this is a complete scam. They get out of the market before they send it back up to 130 to 150K. Who knows? But, these are the levels, right? There's a lot of confluence down here. We lose this range. I'm looking down towards the golden pocket 786 with the bull market support band. And then once we start losing this, that's where your boy Frankie Candles is going to be like, this is not good, guys, right? Because if we lose that, ow, God, I think I just got stung by a bee. All right, I think I just got stung by a bee, guys. Hang on one second. Hold up. I'm under attack. All right, there may be a bee. There may be a bee crawling around in my pants right now, guys. Anyway, we're going to continue on with the show here. That might be a first, guys. I straight up think I just got stung by a bee. Somebody clip this. Anyway, I guess I'm going to deal with that later. But continuing on here, guys, if we did come down to this 786, it gives us about a 30% pullback. If we get that 30% pullback, right, this is not uncommon for a bull market either, right? Again, I'm not going to go back and do it, but 2021, we saw, 30 to 33%, 36% pullbacks. This is not out of the question either. This would be a very scary situation. I do think if we're going to come up and eat up all these gains that we made down here, though, this would not be what I want to see, right? Like, I'm not just going to be hunky-dory like, oh, it's okay, guys. This is totally fine, right? I'm going to be like, hey, like, this is, sure, we could bounce here, but we really have to start bouncing because if we don't, that's going to cause much more downside for Bitcoin. But that is really the line in the sand, and all this confluence here, guys, should show you that. Bull market support band, 786, golden pocket, and then the daily and the weekly naked points of controls. Bada boom, bada bing. There it is, right? Like, if we turn off the golden pocket 786, you have the daily naked points of controls. If you turn off the daily naked points of controls and the weekly naked points of controls, you have the bull market support band. If you turn off the bull market support band and you turn back on the golden pockets, like, there's plenty of support down here. But I do think if we come down to the 786, we may need some bearish news to come on in here. Yo, the bees in the chat are hilarious. Spider, not bee. Pokimane, that might be true. I don't know what it is. It's definitely crawling around in my pants still, though. I'll tell you that much. I would show you guys what it looks like, but it's very high up on my thigh. I'm not trying to show high thigh here. But let's see. The show must go on. Yeah, let's go. Screw the bugs. Let's see. Oh yeah, I don't know if the Mafia knows this, guys. I have an absolute what is the word I'm looking for, guys? I have an absolute war with bees, right? Tony D says, thank you for the super chat, bro. Tony D says, one time Frank was at my house and he reached into his pocket and got stung by a random bee. This is a true story. He attracts random bees. Yes, guys, I swear to God, I just stuck my hand in my pocket and I was like, what is this in my pocket? And like I picked it out, or I was like touching it in my pocket. I was like, what is this? I'm like feeling it. And then I just got stung. I didn't know what it was. And then, like, I pulled it out, and there was just a bee. I was just holding a bee. This happens all the time. If there is a bee in a football stadium, I will get stung. Nobody else, I will get stung. I attract them. I don't know what it is. And I think I just got stung by – it's not even bee season. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, if you're – screw all the bees out there. Butterflies do the same thing. We don't need bees. A lot of people think we need bees. Butterflies do the exact same thing. That's not, I'm not a scientist. That's probably wrong, but that's how I like to think of it. But anyway, fear of spiders. Shout out to Div X-Ray. Yeah, I don't really like spiders. I don't mind any bugs. Like even bees, they sting me, they hurt me. I don't even really care. Spiders for some reason are just, I don't know what it is about spiders that I don't like. Let's see. Are you O blood type? They love those people. I might be O blood type. That would make a lot of sense. Bees love honey, guys. Hey. Some people do call me sweet. I'm just saying. Anyway, it confirms we're in a bee market. Yo, shout out to Still Working. Frank is on the bees. Yo, Frank is the bee's knees. Oh, God. Shout out to Psychedelic Astronaut. Let's see. Oh, shout out to E10. I don't know how to say your name, brother. I apologize. But said, can we go over the bull market support band? Scrub back a few seconds. We just went over the bull market support band and how it is confluent with these zones, sitting between about $82,000 and $75,000. We also have the CME gap down there as well, guys. So again, I don't want to beat the dead horse here. That's what I'm looking at. We lose this range. I'm going to be looking down towards the golden pocket 786. I want to be clear here, though. If we come break this range, remember, guys, for the most part, I am a range trader, right? I'm going to delete some of this stuff. I don't even want this on the chart anymore. This is just, I'll hide this fib, get rid of these boxes, right? So I will just say, I will not, right, if we come down to the bottom of the range, I don't want anyone thinking that I'm not looking for longs, right? I am trading this like a volume profile. If we come down, we start breaking these lows, right, I'm going to be looking for longs down here because we do have that daily level sitting down here. And anytime we deviate below the volume profile, very simply put, just like up here, I am still short from 108K. Right, or 106K, right? Let me see if I can zoom. Why does it not show my entry? Sometimes it shows my entry. But yeah, anyway, short from about $106,000. I am still holding this short position. I am also holding a long over on Blowfin. This one is on a Femex. But I am holding this, right? And the way we are able to hold these, look for these trades is we simply look for the deviations above the volume profile. This is where we look for shorts, come down to the low. This is where we look for longs, right? Very simply put. If you've watched this channel, you know this is exactly how we trade, and it worked out pretty good for us, right? So I am short from the top here. So if we do wind up getting that breakdown to $80,000, I'm happy to see that happen. I will capitalize on that short. It's up about $5,000, a little bit over $5,000, I think, maybe $6,000. So I'm happy to hold that. I am also in a scalp long over on Blowfin. From down here, but I'll bring that up when we take a look at the local levels. But just very simply put here, guys, like I will look at a drop down below this range as a opportunity to look for longs. Now, I'm not saying that if I come down here, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm longing for 150K, but I could look for a long at least, right, depending on where we can get in, right? If we do wind up getting a situation where we deviate below, right, we can get an entry down here. We could take that long up to the value area low, which is a key level of resistance until proven otherwise. And then if we can get back into this volume profile, we could look for a move to the POC and the value area high, and then hopefully send it off, to Pluto. But, whether it's a short little retracement into the value area low to break structure to come back down to about $80,000. We'll have to assess the situation when we get there. But either way, we deviate below this range. Like this is where we look for long positions, right? So, if we come down here, I will look for new longs. If we can't hold that, I will simply wait for $80,000. And until then, again, are we going to be able to stay within this range right now? I'm going to bring up the local levels real quick. For those of you who are looking to scalp the lower time frames, this is what I'm looking at. Again, yesterday on the, let's see, shout out to C7 said, how come the POC on your chart is higher than mine? If the volume profile is the same, shout out to C7, you may be on a different exchange. I am on the Bitcoin Bybit perpetual contract chart, right? So if you're not on this exact chart, you're going to get slightly different readings. And the other thing that might be different is a lot of times my volume profiles are not pulled to the current price action, right? So that might be another reason. But if it's pulled from the same range, it should be the same if you're on the same exchange. If you're not, you're probably looking at a different chart. Hopefully that helps you out. But looking here locally, guys, yesterday we did look, and I want to talk a little bit about why I entered this trade with you guys, or not with you guys, but with the premium Discord. But I want to talk a little bit about why I entered this. But pretty much yesterday we were waiting in the premium Discord for, as we got this push to the upside, we were actually, to be honest, we were looking for longs down here. We just didn't come down to our key level. We wound up getting a push to the upside. But I do not take longs after the big rip, right? What do? We wait for retracements back to the downside, right? And this is the long position that I showed earlier today in the market update. But we waited for this correction down to a very specific level, which was at the golden pocket 786 Fibonacci retracement, right? Because even if we get that move to the upside, we could potentially look for longs on the retracement. You don't want to enter at the top, right? You don't want to. I used to try to be a breakout trader back in the day, guys. I used to try to breakout trade. I did not have much luck with it, right? Although I'd probably do much better now because I know much more. I'm a much better trader at this point, and I know much more about TA. But, breakout trading, oh, my God, it's bullish, buy, 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 buy. Those people oftentimes get wrecked. This is why anytime there is a breakout, I like to wait for a retracement to the downside. And where are we likely to put in that higher low before continuing to the upside? Well, you're likely to put it in at that golden pocket 786 retracement. Now, not only that, but if we pull up Lux Algo, by the way, Lux Algo is a sponsor of the channel, guys. Go check them out. They have amazing premium indicators. This one is paid, but they also have a bunch of free indicators as well. Now I just feel like I have bugs crawling all over me. I'm not going to lie. But really what I used to enter this was looking to come down to put the higher low in at that golden pocket 786 retracement. I used to talk about this. I used to talk about this entry model all the time, right? You wait for your positive or your bullish change of character. Your candlesticks turn green. At that point, you are looking for long positions, right? This is the sauce. If you're looking for some sauce, grab your uncooked spaghetti, your uncooked lasagna, dip it in your macaroni sauce, and start taking some notes here, guys. You get the bullish change of character right here. Your candlesticks turn green. That makes you put on those bullish goggles looking for long positions. However, what are you going to look at for that long position? You want to wait for the retracement into those key levels, which is the golden pocket 786. And if you could get the smart trail in confluence with your 786 or golden pocket, it gives kind of a golden entry zone, and that is one of the things that we were looking at. And then another thing that we did see here was we did have bullish CVD on the chart, or bullish CVD divergences. I won't go over that. I do have a tutorial on the channel explaining how we do that if you guys want to check it out. But we did come in here. We got the bullish CVD into the golden pocket 786 smart trail. That's what made me enter the trade. We got that rip. Our first target was really a local golden pocket, which was right here, I believe. Let me double check that. There we are, golden pocket 786. This was our first target. Second target was that value. Second target was this macro, or not macro, but this value area low, which is the doorway to higher prices, but going to be resistance until proven otherwise. And it did wind up proving as resistance. So, we did get that. That was playing out pretty nice. I am still in the trade. I still in profit. Maybe I can pull it up here. Where is it? Right here. This was up about $1,000 earlier today. Now up 488. But yeah, there you go. Nice little, small little scalp trade there. Not too shabby. But if, that is what I was looking at to enter this position. And, I used to talk about this all the time, and it had actually been a while since I had taken a position using that model. But this one just wound up being absolutely textbook. And, even if you don't have Lux Algo, I know it's a paid indicator. They have all different types of subscription models. They have, monthlies, quarterlies, whatever it is. So you can kind of, pick a pricing plan that works for you. But even if you can't get the premium indicator, guys, I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem like you need this paid indicator in order to be a profitable trader. Even if you don't have Lux Algo, you can always just look at the golden pocket 786s. Obviously, the smart trail is a really, really nice confluence, gives you that nice, high confidence in a continuation up. But, you can always look at that golden pocket 786 if you don't have that smart trail on your chart. But that is what I looked at to enter. We came up, we rejected that value area low, and now we're just getting that continuation to the downside, right? And if I pull our golden pocket from the low here, now up to the new high, you can see here, I'll delete that older golden pocket. You can see we came down to the golden pocket. If we could stay above this golden pocket, we do still have some opportunity to potentially wiggle back up here. But the key level to break here, guys, let me clean up the chart, take off Lux Algo just to make it a little bit more neat. The key level to break here, 94,900, right? We get back above this. This is where I'm looking at about 97,284, right? Where we have our POC, our anchored VWAP, as well as a daily naked point of control. And these daily naked point, or I'm sorry, is it a weekly naked point of control? yeah, weekly naked point of control. So this whole zone here, this is what we looked at in the market update. Anchored VWAP, weekly naked point of control, POC. This zone sitting between about 97.567 and 97.244 is going to be that next key target to the upside. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just a volume profile, guys. That local volume profile, value area low at 94.9, POC sitting at 97.284, value area high at 98.924. This is the local range. Excuse me, I think I might be getting sick. But if we don't get accepted back into this range, right, and let's say this rejection, come on, give it to me. Give me the dang arrow. Give me the arrow. Give me the arrow. Oh, I'm getting trolled here, guys. Give me the arrow. There we go. Had to grab it by his little tail. But yeah, this is the local volume profile. If we can't get accepted back in here, please understand here as well, we did reject this daily naked point of control, right? These are very strong levels, right? What are we bouncing around here, guys? I'll be honest. If you're looking at support and resistance, I'll tell you right now, the naked points of controls are some of the best levels that you can use to trade, right? We're bouncing from this daily naked point of control, which is now tapped, right? We tapped it here. We almost tapped it here. We tapped it here, right? This is what we're bouncing around between, right? Daily naked point of control, rejected a daily naked point of control. If we can get above that daily naked point of control, this weekly is probably going to be a nice place to look for potential scalp shorts, right? If we can get above that weekly naked point of control, we have another value area high and tapped daily naked point of control. And you can just see how well these levels are respected, right? Like these are very high probability places to look for trades. If you want to learn how to get them on your chart, we did just shoot a tutorial that you can watch. I believe it's in the beginner series. Tony D, if it is not in the beginner series, can you add it? But you guys can check out that tutorial if you want to get these on your chart. But just in general, we did reject this daily naked point of control, which is also a 786 retracement, right? If I pull from local high to the low, you can see it is confluent with the 786. If we're going to continue the downtrend here, this could be that high probability area, right? Golden pocket, just like the way I entered this, we look for the higher low on the golden pocket 786. The lower high might come in between the golden pocket 786, right? So that's what we're rejecting. And if this is not the top, you got to get back up here above the value area low, flip that daily naked point of control 786. That opens the doorway to the POC, and then we can look to go to the high, right? But I will be honest, even if we come up to this POC, there's still plenty of opportunity to continue down here. Like all this resistance with the way this trend is going, at least right now on the medium time frames, like this is a pretty strong downtrend. So we have to be aware on any moves to the upside, especially if we take a look at market cipher B with the money flow pretty much coming to the downside here, right? Like we can't just ignore this, right? 16-hour money flow is in the red. If this VWAP rolls over, gives us a red dot, and we continue to the downside, this money flow stays in the red. This is going to make us anticipate the continuation of the trend to the downside, right? And if that is going to be the case, right, we have to be aware that those lower highs are likely to come in at golden pocket 786 retracements. And when we look at the volume profiles in together with those golden pocket 786s, you guys can see, this would be kind of like the major level, right? Like if we come up here, golden pocket POC, like this whole zone right here is a huge area between the 786 and the golden pocket. This is a huge area where we could just continue lower highs. If we're going to see 80K and get a retracement first, we have to look with money flow on the 16-hour looking the way it is. We have to look for lackluster retracements for potential lower highs and continuations to the downside, right? This would continue that downtrend perfectly. And that is the high probability area where that lower high will come in. Just like this little local volume, just like this local Fibonacci retracement was the highest likelihood area to put in a higher low before entering that long position, right? We know that it's very likely to get a bounce here because if we're going to put in the higher low and continue the trend, we know it's going to come in on this zone. If we start losing that 786, that invalidates the idea of a higher low, and then we look for lower prices. It's the same way on the way up. And when you see the money flow looking like this, again, 12-hour, 16-hour money flow in the red, these Fibonacci retracements are the high probability areas to put in those lower highs and continue down, right? And then when you look at that in confluence with the volume profile, with the POC, anchored VWAP, etc., if you don't want to look at the volume profiles, I would probably just look at your anchored VWAPs. This anchored VWAP from the high, right, is coming in at that level as well. This is a strong level of resistance. This is how we were able to catch this nice short position on Christmas Eve in the premium Discord. Not only did we have the anchored VWAP, but again, it was confluent with our value area high at the time, right, as well as a local golden pocket at the time, from the high to the low, golden pocket, value area high, anchored VWAP. This is what we call confluence. And we know with money flow being in the red here, at least on the 4-hour, we know the trend is likely to continue down. Where is the high likelihood? Where is the area where we're going to have a high probability of a rejection or a lower high to come in? It's going to come in between that golden pocket 786. Where did we reject from? Right the golden pocket 786. This is how you do it, Mafia. Let's go. Anyway, sorry, I got a little excited there. I think I think that spider might have shot me up with something. But it's the same thing, and I know it gets really confusing, but if you could just try to keep it simple, right? In my opinion, that same high confluence area is going to come in between this 786 golden pocket, which again is confluent pretty much with the POC of this range, right? Or POC of this range, right? As well as, let me actually just check this real quick. Yeah, you can see your macro POC as well is right in line here. This is a big level of resistance, guys. Right here. I mean, I know it's a big zone, but like right here between 98.157 and 96.5, I would even maybe drag this down a little bit. Like 96.3, right, is probably what I would look for. If we're going to, and look at that anchor VWAP coming right through. It was beautiful resistance here. It was beautiful resistance here. If we come up there, could be a high probability area to start that bigger downtrend. So that's what I would look at as local resistance. Local support all remains the same. Value area low is that next key level to the downside. Let me get rid of this stuff. Value area low at about 90,500 down to about, I would say, 89.6, 89.3 is that next big zone of support. We lose that. You know, again, we don't know if we're going to get the retracement first, right? Maybe we get the retracement. But in simple terms, guys, as long as we're below this POC, this major POC, the doorway to this value area low and a potential deviation below is in the cards, 100%, right? Because what happened here? We got below the value area high, went to the POC, came back to the POC, back down towards the low, back above the POC, lost it again. And, you know, again, for this to fill in full, we would have to come down and tap this value area low. So short term, we could potentially come down here. Once we do, we'll reassess the situation, see if we can find some new long positions. If we can't, we wait for $82,000. Very simple. And I'll obviously update you guys if anything crazy happens. I don't know if we're streaming tomorrow. I think I'm probably just going to stream. I don't want to take another, you know, I was just traveling for the holidays. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I know everybody's off, probably going to be hanging out. Maybe we'll drop a market update or something. But if something crazy happens, we'll just go live. I don't care. But that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin, guys. Same old, same old. We're just in a sideways range. I would honestly use this as a time to maybe even step away from the charts and just go enjoy your New Year's, right? No, don't leave the stream yet. Don't leave the stream. But yeah, we're just basically going sideways here. Shout out to ET. I'm calling you ET, bro, because I don't want to butcher your name. He says, GG fam, thank you for the hashtag value. Shout out to you, bro. Let's go. Let's see. Do I use spider lines? Shout out to Maso. Do I use spider lines? Shout out to Maso. Of course we use spider lines. Which, funny enough, I mean, I was not looking at this at the time, but now that you bring it up, Mazo, we did have a nice little, beautiful little spider line coming through here as we got that bounce yesterday. That's not even something I was looking at for that long position, but it would have added a real nice level of confluence down there because not only would we have had that golden pocket 786 retracement in confluence with that spider line, but we also had the Lux Algo Smart Trail coming through there as well, which was, or on the 30-minute was what we were looking at. Come on. There it is, right? So that would have been nice confluence. But yeah, I mean, as far as from a spider line perspective, right, we do have that nice little spider line sitting here. And funny enough, guys, right, if we lose this spider line, right, bearish case plays out, right, that next major spider line doesn't come in until about $84,000. And at that point, you're approaching that golden pocket for sure. So yeah, and these are regular spider lines. If we look at our Heikinashi spider lines, yeah, if you look at the Heikin spider lines, right, come down to the value area low, we have nice confluence down here. Right, we lose this. Next spider line's right in I mean, all of these lines level. All of these levels line up. Right, all of these linos level up. Yeah, you have a Heikin spider line coming right through about 82,000 at the start of that golden pocket, and we also do have some support down here below the range. So just from a simple standpoint here, guys, I know this is very confusing for especially new people with all these levels, all these different ranges. We come down to the bottom of this range. I'm viewing it as a volume profile, looking for longs. If we don't get the long confirmation, I do think we're probably in store for a little bit more of a drop to the downside, and that spider line coming through is just another level of confluence on that $82,000 to $80,000 level. So there you go. I will say the money flow as of right now is a bit choppy. You know, this is one thing we've been dealing with pretty much this whole bull run, is that, you know, in a bull market, you have to anticipate that money flow does not spend a lot of time in the red, right? Like, and even when it does, it's very choppy. Into the red, into the green, into the red. Is this just a fake out before coming back into the green? Well, traditionally in bull markets, we don't see money flow stick around in the red for very long, right? Like even back here, it's a little bit different timing-wise, but you see we come into the red, we come into the green, we come into the red, we come into the green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. We basically just went sideways that entire time until eventually coming back up into a bigger green wave. And then here we had a little fake out into the red, back into the green. Every time money flow comes out, it just squeezes back up into the green, which is something we have to deal with in a bull market, which kind of stinks because you're kind of a slave to, just you can't really listen to the money flow, right? But you also don't want to ignore it. It puts you in a very, very choppy environment, unfortunately. So I have been putting a little bit more weight on the key levels and the volume profiles rather than just the indicators, just because of the choppiness of them. But this is just the market that we're in, right? Like, you're just going to have environments where that happens. Yeah. Shout out to hang on. Shout out to Captain Kirk. I can't see the full name. Why can I not see that? That's so annoying. I wish I could see your full name. But shout out to Sergeant Kirk. I'm going to call you Sergeant Kirk. Thank you for the super chat. Said Happy New Year, Mafia fam. Shout out to Captain Kirk. We appreciate you, Mama of the Candle Mafia. We got Wix Y589 and Wick 589 in the chat as well. What is going on, guys? Good to see you in here. JP Trees says Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you guys. Shout out to Mitz. Said, thank you, Reggie. I'll make a snowman tonight. Shout out to Mitz. I would if we had some snow down here. Shout out to Mazda. Says, Happy New Year from all of us in the UK. God bless everyone. Be good. 2025 can be your year. Big up, Frankie, every dang time. Shout out to Mazda, not Mazda. Zoom. Shout out to Mazda. Thank you for saying that, bro. I appreciate you. Happy New Year to you as well. Ken Barkoff in the chat said, thanks, Frankie, for the sauce. Anytime, Ken Barkoff. That's why we are here. I guess why I am here. Let's see. Happy New Year from France. Mafia's worldwide, baby. Mafia's worldwide. We got France. We got the UK. We got Pakistan. We got everybody in the chat. Who else was in the chat yesterday? We got everybody in the chat from all over the world. It's actually insane. Let's see. Mitz said, you're not missing anything but spiders. Yo, shout out to Mitz. Yeah, guys, I'm probably going to be, hopefully I didn't get bit by a black widow or something. I think we do have these in the ATL. Something you don't have to worry about in New York. New York, you just got like bees and that's about it. Canada here. Yo, shout out to B Gold. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Love from Pakistan. See, I told you we had Pakistan in the chat. Let's get it. I'm from the exotic state of Texas. Shout out to I'm My Hero. Hey, bro, I might want to move. I might move to Texas. Yeah, I don't know. How do you like Texas, bro? Should I come down there? I don't know. Let's see. Good to be back, wifey. Shout out to VW John. Shout out to Wick 589, his wife. Fine 89. C7 says Happy New Year from Greece, bruv. Shout out to you, bro. Coming out from Greece. Let's go. We got Tony's family in the chat, apparently. Oh, God. Mrs. Candle said, get glass straws. It'll be cool. And Frankie Candle's tits his tooth. Unbelievable. But, guys, let's go ahead and continue on here, right? So this is pretty much what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, guys. There's not much to update. If you just tuned in and you don't want to watch the rest of the beginning of the stream, just go watch the market update from earlier today. It all remains exactly the same. We lose the major range. We're looking down to the lower prices that we just looked at. And, until then, I will be treating this as a basic volume profile. And hopefully we can get some more exciting price action starting in 2025 so we don't have to cover this range anymore. This is the worst price action to cover on this channel, guys. This is brutal. It's just boring, right? It's like the same thing every single day. And because I stream every single day, it gets very hard to talk about some new stuff. But there we go. Real quick, I do want to take a look at Ethereum here quick, guys, before I let you guys go. I'll be honest with you guys. Ethereum's in the same situation it was yesterday. We're just still in the same volume profile. Major key levels of support, if we get a bigger breakdown, is going to be sitting at about $3,000. I will be looking for long positions down here. We have a daily and weekly horizontal level. We have a golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. We have we also have some liquidity sitting down here and a daily naked point of control 29.14 backing you up, right? So very simply put, we broke back into the range, bearish retest, back to the POC, back to the value area low. We didn't hit it here, right? And as long as we remain below this POC, the doorway to that value area low is open, and this is where I would be next looking for longs, back up to the high of the range, right? Whether this is a big bounce back up to the value area high or a small bounce to put in a lower high and continue to the downside, this is a decision we have to assess as new information comes in, right? Depends on what price looks like when we get down here, right? May not even take a long if we don't get the confirmations down here, but it's the same thing, right? These are the key levels, right? We're barely clinging on to this daily. Once we lose this daily level, I do think it's going to be more likely to continue down towards this next blue zone, which is your key level of support, $3,079 all the way down to $2,966. That's the next zone, right? Very simply put. And then Solana, let's pull up Solana real quick. I actually just started this new Solana chart yesterday. Let me pull up the main range here. So yeah, for the most part here, we are basically, let me pull up this. Yeah, so our next key level here, very simply put, we are holding this tapped weekly naked point of control. Let me label this as a tapped weekly naked point of control. Bada boom. Right, we have the tapped weekly naked point of control. If we lose this, golden pocket value area high is your next key level of support. If we do not get the big bounce there, which again, based off, money, I'm even going to hide market cipher B because the money flow is very difficult to read right now. But this is the key level. Coming in, value area high, golden pocket, 169.33 to 162.77. That is your key level of support. Once you start losing this and bearishly retesting, can't get back above that value area high, you're going to be looking, once you lose the golden pocket, guys, where are you looking down to? You're looking down to that 786 retracement. Bada boom, right? If you lose the value area high, where are you looking down to? The POC. Bada boom. Perfectly confident. Perfectly confluent there, right? So you get stuck under here. Look for that POC 786. Lose that 786. You're looking to come down to these lower levels between the daily and weekly naked point of control at 131.23 all the way down to the daily value area low at about 125. And again, it's just a game of volume profiles, guys. If Solana gets much more downside, it is likely to do something like this, right? Even if we get a little bounce off that golden pocket, right? Things are probably going to be confusing. Once we get stuck under that value area high, next likely place, POC, lose the POC, next likely place, value area low, right? We see this every single day on the chart. And, every time we come back and we say, hey, guys, look, we're deviating below the value area low. If we can flip this to support, we can go back to the POC, which we did. Once you flip the POC to support, you can go back to the value area high, which we do, right? Almost every time we see this play out perfectly. So those are the key levels, right? I would hope, right, if we're going to see more upside for Solana here early 2025, really what we would want is to hold this golden pocket as support, right? This would be a healthy correction, right, or healthy retracement, right, from the low to the high. And then if we dip back in here, we would hope to get that bounce off the 786. Once you start losing that 786, that is not as good of a sign, right? Like that's like, hey, maybe we're just going to continue to bing bong around here and potentially lose this level. But hopefully we don't have to do that, right? Hopefully you just hold the golden pocket, hold the 786 PLC. Both confluent levels, and that's what I'd be looking at on Solana. If I did pull up Market Cipher, I will say, let's see here. Weekly VWAPs are coming up here. This is the one thing on Bitcoin. If we're going to get the bigger move up, right? If we're not going to get the drop down to 82K, one big thing that I'm looking at, not on Solana, but on Bitcoin, the daily green dot and the 2-day green dot is kind of what I'd be looking at. Solana, I don't know. Market Cipher's a bit chopped up here. Yeah, man, I hate this. It's really like, oh, man, it's just everything is so choppy right now. 4-day VWAP coming up, but you have some time for that to really, give you a clean signal. Let's see, 8-hour money flow is kind of just, it's coming up, now it's coming out. It's kind of just nothing to pull away from any of this. It's just very, very chopped up. I mean, you could say this, your 5-hour money flow looking to cross over into the green, 4-hour money flow starting to cross over into the green, but, again, look at this money flow. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's in the green, back in the red. It's just very, very choppy, unfortunately. And you can see that money flow cross over into the green. I mean, we're just coming down here. It's not really doing anything. So I would definitely just, if this, then that statement, this whole chart, right? If lose this, then come to golden pocket. If no hold golden pocket, then go to 786. If no hold 786, look to go to 126. There we go. That's what I'll be looking at. But yeah, there's Solana, Ethereum. Let's take a quick look at AVAX, just because I saw a lot of people shouting out AVAX in the chat. Let's take a look here. Where is my live stream chart? Let me just pull that up real quick here. All right, so let's take a quick look at AVAX. Yeah, I mean, AVAX just still within the volume profile that we've been watching, right? We lose this POC, which we are, right? We are pretty much below this POC. If you can't reclaim this POC at 35.95, I would simply, let's come up to the 1 hour, right? Simply look for that value area low at 31.70, right? Reject that POC. Look to come down towards that value area low at 31.70. And then let me just zoom out here. Let me get, where is this golden pocket coming from? It's from the low to the high. Yeah, we already got the 786, this big 786 retracement, so I could take this off the chart. But yeah, again, like even I know a lot of people are really worried about their altcoins. Like there's nothing really that concerning on the chart, to be honest. Like I know it's just not fun to go down, but like there's nothing really that concerning, to be quite honest with you. Now, if we pull from the low to the high here, yeah, I mean, I would look at this as your local level, right? If you lose that golden pocket, look to come down to your 786 value area low, right? So if you can't hold that golden pocket, I would look to lose it, come down to the value area low, maybe dip to the 786. Could look for longs down here. It's deviation below the profile. If you lose that, probably coming back down here towards your previous value area high at about $22, right? So that's simply what I would be looking at on AVAX. Market Cipher, 3-day money flow is in the green, which is a good sign. VWAP kind of getting bing-bonged around here a little bit, but as long as this money flow stays in the green on the 3-day, we could expect the uptrend, the overall uptrend, to continue, right? Not that it just goes up in a straight line, but you look for the ebbs and the flows, and the ebbs and the flows, and the ebbs and the flows, and the ebbs and the flows, right? The trend would be up, but it doesn't mean you can't pull back, right? So even a pullback to the 786 would not be out of the question, in my opinion. If we do, I'd be looking for longs. If you lose that 786, that's your doorway to potentially come back down to this value area low, value area high, and then once you lose the value area high, that's probably not a good sign, right? So that's what I'd be looking at on AVAX, guys. Let's see. Shout out to Salvador says, mental note to self, never, ever, 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 ever buy on December. FFS. For Frank's sake. Shout out to Salvador. Let's see. How to draw the volume profile. Shout out to Kadoshi. So you're going to want to come over to your chart here, go to the left side of your tools, right, and click on your projection tools, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tool draws down, and then come on down to your fixed range volume profile, and then all you have to do is select where you want to start drawing the tool, click once, and then move your mouse, and then end the tool by clicking again, and it will draw your volume profile. You can't see it because I already have one pulled there, but that's how you draw it. Very simply put, if you want to learn more about exactly how to pull that and how I use them to get into really profitable trades, go ahead and check the beginner series where we have volume profile tutorials going into much more detail on how to use them. But, guys, with all that being said, I got to hop out of here. Happy New Year. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And 2025 was a crazy year for me, and it really is insane, right? This has been a huge year for me, and just going into 2025, guys, we are going to send this thing to the absolute moon. I'm so excited to go into 2025, and I just want to thank everybody for all the support that you guys give me on this channel. We've come so far, and I get to do what I love every single day on this channel because of you guys. You guys keep showing up. I get to keep dishing out the sauce. You get help, right? And I get to do what I love every single day and share my journey with you guys, the best community on YouTube. So I just want to give the biggest thanks to you guys. You gave me the craziest year of my life. I mean, it really is crazy. Guys, I never even said this. I kind of wanted to say this, but guys, I got recognized in the airport on my way to New York. And I was like, it's still such a crazy experience for me because, like, I'm just walking through the airport and I hear, Frankie! And I'm like, I look at Mrs. Candles. I'm like, did someone just say my name? And Mrs. Candles like, no. And I was like, I swear I just heard my name. And then I'm walking back the other way, and then I hear someone, Frankie. And I got to meet somebody who watched the show, a Mafia member who watches the show, and it was the coolest thing in the world. I actually felt really bad. I was like, we were talking to him, and our flight was boarding, so I kind of had to run out of there. So if you're watching this, brother, I'm sorry we had to run out. We actually did almost miss our flight, but I would have missed it for you, bro. But I just wanted to say thank you to you guys. If you told me that I would be here even 4 years ago, I would have told you were crazy. I never thought I would have a situation in my life where I'm getting recognized at an airport, or where I'm able to actually help people better their financial situations, or even just give you guys a good time on the live stream, having fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I truly mean that. I don't just say it because I'm on camera. I say this all the time. But I just want you guys to know how much I actually appreciate you. Thank you for giving me the craziest year of 2025. And you guys are a huge part of it. So yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are the absolute best community on YouTube. And here's to the icky yellow juice, which is not related to the golden waterfalls, guys. I want to be very, very clear about that. This is just some super you. But yeah. Here's to 2025, guys. We're taking this thing to the moon, and I'm bringing the Candle Mafia with me. Thank you guys for all the support, and we're going to crush 2025. So have fun tonight. Have a happy New Year's, and please, 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 please be safe. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow. If not, we'll see you on Wednesday. Thursday. I don't even know what day today is. Today's Tuesday. I'll see you guys on Thursday. But if not, I'll probably make some kind of content tomorrow. I'll be kind of sitting at the house not doing anything. So with all that being said, I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you once again. I can't say that enough. I don't want to just like cringe out here, but I really can't tell you. You guys have no idea the difference you make in my life and Mrs. Candles, and you guys are amazing, and I couldn't be more grateful. So shout out to you guys. I would be absolutely nothing without you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. Hasta pasta, Mafia. Happy 2025. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong!
Look, what's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving it energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Yo, Wig589 said he doesn't recognize me from YouTube. He recognizes me from my made-for-TV movie that I was in. I hope and I think you are talking about the movie that I think I've talked about the movie I was in. I was in a movie when I was a kid. It was like I don't know, it was like some low-budget film. But if that is Wick, you are hilarious, bro. You just have me cracking up. Also, shout out to Dark Crash. It was Dark Crash's birthday on the 27th. Happiest of birthdays to Dark Crash. Thank you for keeping the Mafia hydrated here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel, bro. I would never drink any water if it weren't for you, and we appreciate you. So shout out to you, bro. Happy birthday. And with all that being said, guys, go be safe on New Year's Eve. Please have a great night. Be safe, and I will see you guys here on the next live stream. I love you all. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.